Okay, so let me then start this welcome you, and then say a few words about Paralimes and the conference at Paralimes and the conference. Paralimes means beyond boundaries, and that is very nicely sums up the mission of Paralimes, which is to go beyond boundaries of discipline, cultures, and institutes to explore complexity. In pursuing that mission, we tried to avoid confusion between Paralimes and the Complexity Institute. However, some confusion still seems to persist. And so let me say it as follows. The Paralimes is the successor of the Complexity Program. And that program started, as Bertel Anderson just said, in 2011, July 2011. And its primary task was to develop a Complexity Institute. And that institute was launched in 2014. And its mission was to be, or is to be, a center of transdisciplinary research and teaching on complexity and complex adaptive system. So the Complexity Institute is a research institute. The Paralimes, on the other hand, is not a research institute. It explores new and exciting areas of interest and organizes conferences like the one that is about to start. And with that confusion out of the way, I hope, let me say something about causality and reality. Humans, and I expect in their own ways also animals, seek to manage and control their world by establishing causalities. That simplifies our world, and we need to do that because our brains cannot handle the full complexity of our world. Subsequently, the simplifications we adopt affect everything we do and we see. Probably a lot of the prejudices and biases each of us carries can be attributed to this need for simplification. We see our simplified world as a real one, and unless we have an exploratory or explorative and restless mind, we tend to seek happiness in that world and protect it with our own selection of supportive stories and facts. Scientists, I think, do precisely that. That is, most scientists. They seek the advancements of knowledge within the safety of a simplified world or within limited discipline. But not all people do this, and not all scientists do this. I do not say that they're better people for it or that they will be happier than other people, but I do believe they are different people. The ones that do not look for the simplified world in a single discipline. They are different in the sense that they seek new ways to simplify the world. They explore the space of causalities and established patterns to find more and more relevant causalities and patterns with which they can model the world so that we can manage it better. And in fact, we have invited 12 speakers who are such explorers and who, in their combined perspectives, will offer you new ways to look at our world and see other ways to simplify it. Right now, the complexity of the world is catching up with us, and the simplified version of the world that we use to govern it does not work anymore. The way we simplify our world and reality are out of harmony, you could say. The reality became more complex as people on our planet grew in number and became more interconnected, while the ways in which we simplify the world is essentially the same we did for many generations before us. I believe that many of the conflicts in the world and many of the problems that humanity now faces result from that disharmony between causality and reality. I think it will always be an illusion that we can actually untangle causality and reality, but in trying we may find new ways to sustainably manage our lives, our systems, our science, our education, our economy, our healthcare, and our cities. That's what I think, and that's what I had in mind when I started to organize this conference. So now we want to get the conference going, and let me finish my remarks with some notes about the logistics. Please silence, I asked it already before, but please silence all your electronic equipment. All speakers will have 1.5 hours, that includes the talk and the questions and answers and discussions after. After each talk, there will be a short break for coffee, tea, or lunch, in which you can corner speakers if you want to, or if they let themselves be cornered. Check your mail, think about causality, or look at the reality of the stock market. All the talks and discussions will be recorded. These recordings will eventually be uploaded on internet, and students will be uploaded on internet. Students will walk around with microphones after each talk, and please make sure that you use one of these so that the audience can hear your question or comment. And I ask you to state your name and where you come from. Now I will hand over the chair to Chong Suan, who is going to be your chair for today. And with that, I wish you all a very good and inspiring conference. Thank you.